Mr. Boo.
Hey everybody, it is I, Mr. Boo, the Entertainment Guru, Mr. Boo Entertainment Guru, right here on YouTube. And today we're doing a little bit of a different video because instead of bringing you anything entertainment or any kind of shorts to try to make you laugh or feel a little bit like someone's relating to some issues in life or anything like that, no shorts, no edits, no entertainment, just kind of a vlog. I'm on my way to Dollar General September 1st, so fall is approaching very quickly, so we gotta go get that chili dog fixins. If you clicked on this video, then you know you're walking with me to Dollar General. We're walking and talking, but it's not a walk with me, talk with me. I just have a lot on my chest that I need to get off. I've been on YouTube now for going on, I believe, 2 years. September. I started like late last September, or the September before. I think I've been on here almost 2 years now. As far as like making content and shorts and videos and all of that stuff. So let's talk about the fact that it's been like 2 years, nearly 2 years, and I've never once gotten the hate that I'm starting to get now, and I'm so sick and tired of it. I mean, I have always gotten comments when it comes to like political things, but even that's getting a little out of control. I'm talking about the cyberbullies, the trolls, those people who have no life, no worth even living, and sit behind and hide behind their keyboards and their screens and just try to poke and prod and pick at people, not even knowing who we are. Like, I'm gonna get into some examples, but my mental health isn't the best, never has been, probably never will be. I struggle a lot. Medicated, unmedicated, it's all a struggle. So, I see these comments and I do take them to heart, and I try not to. And I see a lot of stuff on YouTube in general, like these reaction channels and people doing lives, and people are paying these people to then basically troll them. And it's like, oh, here's a $2 tip and I'm gonna call you fat. Or I'm going to say, what you're wearing today is ugly. Or, hey, you're insane. Or you need this or that. Or blah, blah, blah. The most rude comments. Like, you're paying these people for the most rude comments. Much like you're commenting on my videos and my shorts. Which then lets YouTube know someone commented. And, you're helping my algorithm. You're helping me out on my platform. While beating me down mentally. For no reason at all, because you don't know me. And some of these reasons I could kind of not really get behind, but I could see where they're coming from. Other ones, not so much, because there's no ifs, ands, buts, way, shape, or form on why you should even comment something like what you commented. You don't know my situation. You don't know me personally. You don't know anyone behind the camera, emotionally, personally, on any level whatsoever, besides like you like their video, you subscribe to them, this, that, and everything. So why go out of your way to be mean, to be a bully, to try to enact some sort of response for me, I guess, so that like you can be like, oh, this YouTuber, ooh, he snapped. And I'm speaking out for everyone. So when I'm saying me or I, no, this is every YouTube channel. This is channels that are getting slammed by reaction videos. These are for people who are just starting. These are for people who've been on here for years. These are for monetized people and unmonetized people. This is ridiculous. This is the type of stuff we dealt with in school when we were children. This is childish behavior. So, what I'm going to get at here is, for one, I'm not political. I'm not left, I'm not right, I'm not red, I'm not blue. I'm not Republican, I'm not Democrat. But I am an American and I do live here, so I do kind of have a say, a little bit, you know, free country, on just making some funny content. And the government is they're retarded, man. If you're a comedian, politics, let me get off this busy street. Politics have always been a target to get laughs and to just poke fun at. I see what people are doing right on the right and left side, and I see what they're doing wrong on the left and right side, because I don't agree with the two-party system. But to then call me far right, or to call me a liberal, or to call me far left, and literally bash just a joke. Like, I'm not saying that if you are a Trumper, or if you liked Biden, or if you were Republican or Democrat, I'm not making fun of you. I'm making fun of situations. I'm making fun of easy, comical moments in politics. So why am I getting attacked for it? Free country. Now I get that people are riled up, you know, hey, it's my team, hoo hoo rah rah, we're gonna win. Democrats, yeah. Republicans, yeah. Two-party system, bad idea. But that's just opinions. These are just opinions. These are just jokes. I don't know why I'm getting called far left, far right, liberal, this and that and everything in between. But I kind of get that because, hey, it is America, and these people are voting. These people are, you know, believing in their beliefs, and I'm sitting here making a joke. Okay, all right, but there's still no need for the hate. Just keep scrolling. Do not like the video. Do not like the short. But then I put up something because I have been having a really, really hard time lately with depression and life and money and just jobs and getting by day by day and meeting ends meet. And oh my God, guys, you don't know who's putting things up. I could have been someone with Down syndrome. I could have been somebody with autism. I could have been somebody who was younger, or someone like I am who does have learning disabilities and depression and anxiety. The list goes on and on. I misspelled a few things, and I got assaulted in the comment section of a short video. Granted, there were people there that were like, all right, man, I've been there, I've done that. Hey, you mean life? Yeah, I mean life. That's kind of the joke. Life is kind of hard. There were people that got it. There were people that looked deeper into it and asked me if I was okay. And asked me this and that, or told me, hey, life gets better. It's not all that bad, you know, whatever. Find a woman. I did find a woman, and I love her very much, and she does keep me grounded most of the time. But it was just basically relating to the working man and the working woman. That you go to work 30, 40 hours a week, only get 2 to 3 days off. All your money goes to bills. You're too young to retire, blah, blah, blah. It was just a joke. It was just me getting out in a healthy way, that I wasn't feeling okay. And that I know that other people are dealing with the economy crashing and the tariffs and the prices raising and just life in general. And I got attacked for just pointing out the obvious. And that wasn't even, I guess in pointing out the obvious, it wasn't really what I got attacked for. It was my spelling. I have learning disabilities. I did not finish high school, but I have a really good job at a car dealership. I am doing this as a side hobby because I'm chasing my dreams. I I do have hobbies like collecting and everything entertainment and bringing you everything entertainment and playing video games, watching movies, all that. That wasn't even the worst of it though, because I got attacked not just for my spelling, but another video I did, I got a comment that really took me off guard. And I'm gonna go in and get my chili dogs, or my chili dog fixins, and then I will get back with you on this comment that literally, I'm not even gonna lie, it did hurt my feelings because it was just like so out of left field. Let me go and get my stuff and I'll talk to you on the way home. Be right back. Okay, so got my stuff for them chili dogs. Now I gotta go get some quarters for the good old laundry over here at the car wash. So don't mind the vehicles. They are loud and they are everywhere. But, oh hey, they're not everywhere. I get crossed. But what I was getting at is this short that I put up was literally just, I thought there was this really cool sheep. This like really cool sheep. And I don't know if this person was religious. I don't know. But I thought in my head, I'm like, man, Ozzy Osbourne just passed, because I am a metalhead. I listen to everything. I listen to country, rap, rock, horrorcore rap, classic rock, metal, alternative, emo. If it's good, I'm listening to it. I wouldn't be Mr. Boot Entertainment Guru if I didn't listen to all things and watch all things entertainment. So I just thought this goat was really cool because Ozzy Osbourne passed, and this goat, this ancient Viking goat. You could watch the short or you could look it up, Google it, anything like that. But this goat looks really cool. Kind of looks like an upside down star, if you get my drift. And it's black. And I thought, well, Ozzy was the Prince of Darkness. Ozzy, you know, I mean, he was a great guy. He wasn't like demonic or nothing. He wasn't satanic, but that was his whole gimmick, right? Metal music, metal is the music of the devil, you know, rock music. It's the devil. But he passed, and these things were on the verge of extinction, and they're coming back. And I just thought, wow, he donated all the funds from his last concert before he passed, and now these Prince of Darkness looking goats are basically coming back from extinction. And it's like, did he gift us with an animal that we could have lost when we lost him? You know, I wanted to share it with the world. And I kind of left the Ozzy thing out because it's a little touchy, especially after WWE's Becky Lynch, you know, used Ozzy in a promo a little too soon after his passing, right before, you know, Kelly Osbourne's birthday. And it was just, I didn't want to touch on it that way. But that's what I was thinking going into this video. I'm like, holy cow. It's Ozzy Osbourne reincarnated, or when he got up there, he's like, hey, save these animals because they are the most metal thing I've ever seen. And that's the thing. All I said, is this not the most metal animal you've seen? Is this not the most metal goat? Called them Prince of Darkness looking mothers. And said how cool it was they were coming back from extinction, and said that's so metal. I'm a metalhead. I like rock and roll. I like heavy metal. I like I like music. I'm 39. I'm allowed to listen to whatever I want to listen to. But being 39, I was told, quoting the comment by some guy or gal, I don't know, hiding behind their computer screen, hiding behind the fact that they don't know me, and whatever else other reasons they have. Maybe their life's miserable, or I don't know. It could have been a kid. It could have been a teenager. Could have been a grown man. Could have been a grown woman. Do not know. That it is time for me to grow up. Literally commented on me finding an animal really cool, and that it's back from extinction, and that it just reminded me of, like, you know, metal music in general and Ozzy. And I don't know if maybe it was the fact that the goat does kind of look like the devil, and someone was religious and just, hey, it's time to grow up. Or if you're literally telling someone who's old enough to listen to these albums that have a parental advisory on them to grow up. But I've never dealt with these things before. I've gotten little comments here and there, mostly, like I said, the political ones. And I'm like, okay, people are just very political. They're very caught up in their views and their opinions, and that's okay, whatever. And I've let them roll down my back, and I've dusted it off my shoulder, and I just kept going. I even had a remark telling me that, because one of my shorts was about me losing keys. I mean, these things are around my neck for a reason. I can put my wallet or my keys down and be completely lost 5 minutes later about where I put them. Put up a thing where Biden, ex-President Biden, looked a little confused and lost. Was not making fun of his age. Was not making fun of his illness. Just kind of looked like me looking for my keys and my wallet 5 minutes after I put them down. And someone literally attacked me by saying, imagine making fun of someone for being old or having an illness or whatever. It was basically like they were defending Biden, and I'm like, but I wasn't making fun of Biden. You didn't get the joke. It went over your head. So why do you feel the need to then make fun of me? Why not just ask, hey, are you making fun of Biden? Because that's kind of how cool he's old and he's got some issues. I'd have said no, because that's just how I look when I'm looking for something I lost 3 seconds after I put it down. So that brings me, as I'm walking home now to eat my delicious chili dogs like I'm Sonic or Knuckles. I think that's where I got my obsession growing up in the Sega era. But that brings me to my final point as I make my journey home on this lovely little vlog trip to DG, where I'm just venting and letting loose why I don't understand. People, you're bullying people for no reason. You're leaving comments you don't have to leave. You don't have to leave a comment. You don't. You don't have to pay to leave a comment on a live. If you don't like what you're seeing or you don't agree with it, don't give it a thumbs up, don't ring a notification bell, and damn sure don't subscribe. And that brings me to what I was saying at the beginning. These channels that feed and prey. There's whole channels that feed and prey off of people. I don't agree with a lot of things that, let's say, Amberlynn does, and I think she does need to work harder on losing weight. I had a friend passed away in his sleep because he was too heavy. These people have eating problems, or these people are going way overboard with making money, slowly, basically unaliving themselves by getting bigger, by eating tons of food. And it is not a mood. But I'm not out here on my channel reacting to these people and saying hurtful, mean comments. I'm not getting ad revenue out here making fun of these people. I mean, granted, a lot of them do put their life out there, like Amberlynn has put a lot of her life, a lot of her love life out there, everything like that. But it still just boggles me how many people want to jump on board. They want to jump on that bandwagon, they want to get a ticket to that train, and they want to ride it basically straight to hell, because that, I think, is where most people are going in this world. I mean, people being bullied in school, they end up unaliving themselves or doing a mass, with a firearm. So you don't know who you're making fun of. You don't know who you're offending. You don't know whose feelings you're hurting. You don't know whose heart you could be breaking. You don't know whose dream you could be literally crushing. Because I looked at my wife, and I with all my mental struggles, I said, honey, I think I'm quitting YouTube. It was a video about a goat. Why? It really threw me for a loop. It knocked me out. It came out of nowhere. Why? I mean, and then the spelling thing, guys, gals, people, I do have a learning disability, but what if I was somebody who really had some sort of special needs? And that just crushed them. That broke their heart. What if it was a kid or a teenager? Not necessarily a kid. It could have been a depressed kid or a depressed teenager. Somebody, young adult, moved out and found out that life will keep kicking you in the butt. Your comment may have pushed them over the edge. Like, I'm already worthless, now I can't spell. This has to stop. The reaction channels, YouTube should not allow reaction channels. And I'm sorry, but they just should not. Unless they're being nice. Unless they're literally talking about how these people could better themselves, help themselves. And also, I do leave all comments on because YouTube doesn't really get to all of them anyway, so I just delete them. I did snap back a little at the political one because don't call me left or right, or you don't know me. Don't tell me what my beliefs are or my views are. Don't label me. But I normally just delete them and walk away. But the whole reason I had to talk about this is this has to stop. The cyberbullying and the trolling has to stop. If you see something, and this is my final thought here, if you see anything that you don't like, a short, a video, a reel on Facebook, a TikTok, a live stream, you are not obligated to say anything. You can keep scrolling. You could go on to the next video in the list. You could go and watch anything or anyone else. This has to stop. This has to end. If I, who have had issues with, certain things in my life, am scrolling along and I see what is considered or called nowadays a thirst trap, or a woman being very icky in behavior, I don't sit there and call her SLUT, WHORE. I just say, I don't want to see any more of this, please show me less, and I move on. To each their goddamn own. That is, if I see something where someone's going off politically or bashing something I love, I'm not going to sit there and try to be like, oh no, that's the greatest movie I've ever seen, or oh no, Trump rocks. You're wrong. Go to hell, you liberal son, whatever. This just has to end. It really has to stop. And the hate with the woke and anti-woke and the who's gay and who's straight and everything. Why are we commenting on people's lives? Why are we commenting on any of it? You're not commenting on TV or streaming services when you watch something you don't like. Yeah, people do voice their opinion, and that's fine, free country, but it's not the same when you're just picking, poking, and bullying people because you're sitting there behind a keyboard not knowing what else to do with your life. More harm than good can come out of all this, and more good than harm needs to start coming out of humans. Humanity needs to come back. If you don't like something, you don't like something. If you don't like it, hell, tell me, it wasn't that funny. Or, don't really know what you're saying. Or, hey man, whatever. But to literally tell me that it's time to grow up, or label me as something I'm not, or basically tell me I don't know how to spell when I really don't, because I've got a lot going on in my head, and if you would have known that, maybe you'd have been a little more sensitive. Just saying, as I now reach my home and my abode, that this whole trip to Dollar General was just to air my grievances, get it off my chest, let people know it's not cool to bully. It's not cool to comment and troll. It's just not cool. You don't know who's behind the other side of that camera. You don't know what they're dealing with, what their life situation is, what their mental capacity is, what their learning abilities are. So, yeah, I guess this has been a a trip to DG vlog where the moral of the story is don't be hating. And I'll see you in the next video because I got it all out and I'm just gonna keep continuing no matter what the haters say. So, haters keep hating because I'm just gonna keep doing my thing, and if you're jealous of it, or you don't get it, or you just don't care, or I make you mad in some way, shape, or form, from now on, just keep it to yourself, man. Women, children, everyone. I'm Mr. Boo Entertainment Guru. See you in the next video, and just start realizing that there are other humans with different lives than you on the other side of these cameras. Be more sensitive, be more thoughtful before you speak words. And don't think that hiding behind a keyboard and doing this is any way to live. See you in the next one. I'm gonna go eat some chili dogs. Gotta go fast. I'm out.